Alright YouTube, today I wanted to talk to you guys about some different shaker bottle options. There's going to be a time where I do another video where we go over all the different kinds. I have an assortment of them. But the one that I wanted to particularly talk about today is the dual shaker. This is a unique bottle that, in the past I've mainly had these type of blender bottles where it's just a single, beverage that you can put in there or powder, and then it has a list. But this dual shaker has an interesting concept in that it has two chambers in the same area. So if you guys can see in here, there's a smaller chamber and a bigger one, and then this top goes on, and it actually creates a pretty good seal here. So here's an example of one that I have. I put some powder in here, and then there's some water. And the two are completely separate from each other. There's the powder you can see is not mixing, and the water separate. And then what you would do to mix them is you unscrew the top and mix it up. So as you guys can see, it all mixed up. It does actually a fairly good job of mixing without any kind of blender ball or anything like that in there. The only thing that I found was difficult to get used to is that you basically unscrew this top. And it's a little disconcerting because if you've ever had one of these come off when you're shaking your bottle, it makes a mess and it gets in your car or whatever. But this thing actually has an amazing seal. Like even when it's all twisted off, it's kind of hard to get off. The rubber seal in there really gets it in there good. So I just had to get used to unscrewing it so much and still being comfortable that it wouldn't leak. Also in the top here, it has a vitamin holder, which I haven't really used because I normally take, I'm sorry, it opens this way. I normally take my stuff separately, but you can transport these little daily vitamins or pre-workout capsules or whatever, and it just goes right in the top. So that's cool. It's got a little extra storage. Now, Dual Shaker, they didn't pay me for this review, but they did send me these bottles just to test out. And they told me that there was a couple things in the mix. One was going to be that they were going to probably put some kind of blender apparatus in here just by request, and some form of straw or something in the top so you didn't have to take the lid off. That I think is a good idea because it is kind of a pain when you're driving to keep taking the top off. But it does mix very well. Surprisingly, I didn't think if you put 2 scoops of powder in here, which I do, that it would all mix up. You do kind of have to shake it a little bit and make sure it mixes well. But it's a good product. The plastic's different too. It seems really sturdy because I've broken quite a few of these, especially around the top. So it seems pretty sturdy, and it's an interesting concept, as well as something that worked really well was pre-workout powder, creatine, things like this, stuff that you wouldn't want to be in liquid for hours. You can do this separation, in the morning, put this in your lunchbox or gym bag, and it's good to go because that water's not gonna break anything down. The other concept is when I was driving home from the gym, I always put my powders in here first, but no liquid. And then, you get busy or your water bottle's empty, and then you start driving home and you want to mix your drink and you don't have any. And that's kind of that's happened to me before several times. So I really do like this concept of you being able to keep the two liquids, or the liquid and the powder, separated, and then mixing them at a later date. So I'll go ahead and put a link where you can purchase these, and I'm giving this a really good review, 2 thumbs up, and it's really durable and made well. So give it a shot, check it out, Dual Shaker. All right, talk to you guys later.